Star Citizen 4.5 engineering patch is out on the PTU for Wave 1. And if you've watched my previous video, there was a lot of comments and a lot of feedback on my solo hauling video and things to remember before you buy a solo hauling ship. And if you're one of those people, this video might be of interest to you because I'm going to go through some testing in Wave 1 PTU in this video. So check that out. So keep watching. We'll get to that. However, if you are interested in me testing anything specific, please put the comments in this video. And then if it's a popular thing and there's a lot of questions and a lot of feedback, then I'll cover some of those questions and answer them in the next video. And I'll actually feature your question on the channel as well. So get asking away. And if you do like this kind of thing, please subscribe and hit that like button. It really does help me out. It tells YouTube to push my video out to the other Star Citizen players in the community. Now that's all done, let's get into the video. Right, before I jump into the game, I'm going to quickly read off some of the main features that are coming into this game. Now, I've already had a quick look on the menu in the game, and it's very interesting, so stick around. I'm going to quickly read off some of the main features in this one. So, according to the main page for the patch notes for this one, you've got a further resource network connections updates for nearly all the ships, smoke and propagation adjustments for fire hazards. You've got fire hazard rendering, performance and improvements. You've got balancing of heat generation and reduced coolant amount. They've even added door state icons, and they've also adjusted the critical banner, warning banner position as well. So I'll just move my camera out of the way and we'll zoom in a little because I can see it's quite small on the screen. And right, so that's engineering and fire gameplay updates. Ships and vehicles. So in patch 4.5 introduces additional tuning requirements to the snub fighter and interceptor classes, with a focus on strengthening their unique roles such as combat or racing. The ships involved is the Mirai Fury, the Origin 85X, the Kruger, P-52 Kruger, P-72, the Mirai Razor and its variants, the Origin M50, the Aegis Avenger variants, and also the 300i series. So if you've got any of those ships, they've made a balance pass and refinement on those as well. Performance changes, so they've rebalanced the flight performance on all of those ships across the board. And they've done an SCM and nav speeds adjustments, linear acceleration, angular rotation, and the angular acceleration have all been updated and aligned with these ships, with a broader tuning revisions introduced in earlier patches. They've also updated the critical HPs and rebalanced them. They've also done racing dedicated ships have received tailored tuning passes to enhance their flight performance while reducing their combat effectiveness. Is that just another way of saying they've been nerfed? Let me know in the comments, because it sounds like it. So racing ships now generate 20% higher emissions compared to their combat counterparts. Racing ships have increased spool uptime. Racing ships now benefit from a larger boost capacity, which I think they should be since they're racing ships. Right, and the snub fighters and interceptors now take 10% additional damage from all sources, reflecting their intended fragility. Does that sound like a nerf to me? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. We will continue to monitor these classes closely to ensure they fulfill their intended roles as new game systems and features are introduced in the PTU cycle of Alpha 4.5. Right, I'll skip some of these. SMG, these are weapons. So in terms of the things that they want testing, they've got the, as I said, as we all know, they've got the engineering feature in there on all the ships. They've got the new Vulkan render and graphic settings updates. They've got physicalized helmets, and as we've just read out, the snub fighter and interceptor balance pass as well. There are some known issues, but I'll leave that up on the screen for you guys to pause and go through that while you're watching while you're watching the video. So I'll leave that there for a second so you guys can pause and watch that and read that. And yeah, so these I've just gone through that. Right, so this is the game. So what I've done is I've gone in, created my character, and I haven't chosen a home location yet. And I just wanted to have a look at the new graphics settings before we jump into the game. So I haven't made any changes to this. So this is what comes as default, okay, in the game in PTU. Now I don't know if it's going to differ. It may or may not differ in the PU. It might do, because it might just pick up your settings, but then if it's a new patch, it will just wipe and you'll get these settings essentially. So we've got the Vulkan renderer already selected. Now I play in 1440p and I stream in 1080p. So this video you're watching should be in 1080p. VSync is off. I don't like having VSync on anyway, so that's good. So they've set upscaling to quality. Now I usually have it on performance, 50%, but I'll leave it for now. I'll see what the performance is like. NVIDIA DLSS is enabled for upscaling, and I haven't selected an upscaling. Well, it says convolutional neural network upscaling, so that's what comes as standard. HDR is off. I can turn it on. I've got a HDR monitor, but I'll leave it off for now. And overall quality preset very high, very high, very high. Object view distance, texture quality is high, very high, and the detail textures is also high. I want to see what about the clouds. So they've set the planet volumetric clouds quality to very high as well. So that'll be interesting. Gas clouds very high, fog very high, water simulation very high. These are all very high. This is going to be a big. It might actually be a big resource requirement on my PC, my GPU. So we'll see how that pans out once we jump into the game. Right, visor and lens aspect modifier. Well, that's a new one. I've not seen that one before. And all the other stuff is new, is the same as before. Motion blur, sharpening, film grain, all that stuff, gamma, brightness, field of views, all the usual stuff. So something new is you've got this video memory usage bar now. So you can see I'm using 10.1 gigs. It says recommended 11.1. My OS has reserved 0.8 gig. So we'll see if this has any changes once we jump into the game. So we'll go back. So that's the graphic settings. Let me know if there's anything in there that you were expecting, or if there's anything that you want me to test out in the next video. So get your comments in and we'll go through it, yeah? So we'll jump into the persistent universe now. I don't need the tutorial. We'll go, where should we go? Should we go Pyro? Should we go Stanton? We'll go Stanton. And I will go Orison. So Orison is a big resource intensive hog on any system really. So we'll see how that pans out now, because we want to do a full test, right? Proper test, not just like, you know, a silly little testing. Right, so let's go. So we go best and we go play game. This location will become your primary residence. Are you sure? Confirm. Yeah, let's go. My hat, because it's quite hot in here. So let's just go there. Right. So I can see some comments straight away in the chat, global chat here. So someone's saying Vulkan is better for me than live. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, right. Let's grab a. Let's grab a. I'll go ATLS. Drake Vulture. Oh, yeah, there you go. The whole C. Now, as I said, I was planning on doing some testing on a large hauling ship, and the whole C is perfect. So we'll grab that. So request delivery. And then we'll grab a... we might... I don't know if I've got time to test everything, so we'll just grab the hull C for now, and then we'll give that a go. So, the first thing I want to check is, will we have to do anything different than what we do now? As a solo hauler, will you be able to just jump into this ship and fly it without having to look at any engineering screen whatsoever? Right? Let's give it a try. Effects of the ship. The ship looks really nice. Here we go. Right. We have been given our marching orders by ATC. Let's just reduce that speed for a second. Come on. You can do it, big boy. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Okay. The keyboard's yaw is flipped, which I'm not really used to. Oh no, it's okay. It's fine actually. Right, so let's landing gear up. Full boost. Cruise control. Let's go up, up, up and away. Now I haven't looked at any engineering terminal yet. I'm gonna have a look at some of the screens. Should just be flying up. Yeah. So we're coming out. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna have a cup of tea. Drink my tea. So already I can see the performance. It seems less like stuttery. Power on. Enable ESP. Deploy landing gear. Extend cargo spindle. There we go. And then deploy exterior. Extend cargo spindle. There we go. It's opening up. Nice. Look at that. That looks really nice. Now, as I said, I haven't touched. Let's check the systems. So we seem to be okay. Let's just straighten her up. Just straighten her up. Yep. And so we don't need that. We don't need, well, we've got 4 pips into engines. We've got 1 block of shield. Our quantum drive is turned off. Our tractor beam is turned off. Our radar is on. Life support is off. Okay. So life support is off. So if I get out, so if I get out of the pilot seat, will I die? Let's have a look. Right, let me get out of that atmosphere first. I want to just straighten up so we don't end up falling to our death. In fact, it won't make any difference. Let's just do that. Right, so atmosphere. So sorry, life support systems are off. So I think it's Control H. Here we go. No? So there's your fire extinguisher. So life support is off. This is meant to be engineering. I don't get it. What's happening? I'm not dying. But life support is meant to be off. Here we go. So that's one of the updates. You've got physicalized helmets. Okay, so I didn't die. How does that work then? So I've got life support is off. There's no life support. Life support systems are clearly off. Okay, here we go. Engineering. Engineering. Oh, no, this is still a thing. Am I just like going crazy? Where is the... Oh, that's a bug. Wow, okay. Well, there you go. Well, this is engineering. Okay, so you see the bugs? Just confuse you. And you got access point here. Nothing there. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Boom. Boom she goes. Right. So it's gone down to 14 minutes, but we're not gonna wait for that. So the next one we're gonna try is the Aegis Avenger Titan Nomads Corsair. Oh, Corsair. Let's go for a Corsair because it's a big ship. You can still use it for hauling. A lot of people do. I used to use it for hauling. So let's go. Let's do it. Retrieve Corsair. Hopefully the engineering terminal works on this one. It's a shame. We'll come back to the whole sea. Okay, we'll come back to it. Don't worry. The lights on. Oh, the lights are on. Yeah. Ah, so you've got some. I don't know how important or how accurate these are. I don't know what these are for. Interesting. Where is... Oh yeah, the engineering terminal. So I used to have this ship. I used to fly this ship quite a lot. Engineering terminal's in the middle. Just on the other side of this, you've got your other access around there. And I think there's... Yes, all your ship components are here. On the sides. Battery, power, cooler, all that stuff. And this is your engineering terminal. Does it work? Yes, it does. Hey, there we go. Right. You know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to exit. As I said, we're going to go and do these work? Yeah, these work as well. We are going to go and try and take off without making any changes to engineering, components, ship systems. Let's just jump in and fly. Okay, we're at full stop. Okay, let's have a look at the engineering terminal. Now I think you can have a look here as well, but we're gonna go at the back. So this is like captain's quarters, turrets, crew quarters here. Got one bed there. You've got another bed here, and then you got finally another bed here. This is meant to be a four crew, including the pilot. And you got like a little mess area here. but we want to have a look at the engineering terminal. So, engineering terminal. Right, there was some things fixed here. I didn't make any changes, so there might be a bug. So we'll just clear that. Confirm. Clear all. Confirm. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Let's get in here. As soon as you move, it just like... Right, that's that bug. Keeps the ATC bug keeps telling me I'm clear to launch. Right. So there you go. So this is quite a comprehensive, detailed view of the systems on your ship. And I know you've got like the presets here, you've got the config here, and you can filter the different things that you want to show up on this little kind of graphic here. So if I just want to see systems and not the rooms and connections, so I uncheck those, and there's my systems. Let me get my camera out of the way. So this is your filter, and there you can see once you highlight something, you can see what it is. It says it's a man turret, wear and tear 99. Now we've just used, what was that? So we've just used our engines. So I want to check the power plant is at 100 health and 99.58% power, wear and tear, sorry. The cooler is at 100% health. The shield generator is at 100% at 99.53% now. Ah, okay, so they're actually going down slowly. What's this? This is the jump module, so that's 99.51. And what's this one? The radar. And then that's the relay. Fuses, 2 out of 2. So there's 2 fuses there. Show emergencies. And at the top you've got like an overall general health thing. So life support. So the amount of life support required for room habitability, 4%. Cooling systems are offline. The amount of available cooling in use by active systems. So no systems are being used at the moment. So that means that we don't require the cooling. So it's offline. Hull integrity. And the armor. So armor's in as well, as you can see. You've got penetration damage mitigated by remaining armor. So we're in SCM at the moment. Is there a system there? Is that why? Yeah, sorry, there was something there. That's why. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and use the radar. So it's 99.54. Let's go and do some pings. 99.54 wear and tear. Let's go use the radar. So I'm going to do lots of pinging now. There's lots of pinging, ping, ping, ping. So I wonder if you can actually see the integrity here. Shield. Radar. Oh yeah, you can actually. Sorry, it's diagnostics. Here we go. Yeah. So you can actually see it here. Let me just remove my camera. What? No, I'm not. What? So radar. That's still at 99. But what is the decimal point number? Figure. It was 99.54. So I've done a whole bunch of pinging. Right? Loads of pinging here. Let's jump out and go have another look. So will that affect the wear and tear of the radar. Let's go. $99.48. So that means that you're gonna have to keep an eye on the wear and tear. Now, if you don't get into any fights, let me just switch. So if you don't get into any fights, your components, your ship components, will be affected by wear and tear. And you're gonna have to, as a solo player, even just a hauler, you're going to have to keep an eye on it, because these systems, the wear and tear, will keep reducing as you use your ship. Now, I don't know how much by, but that's why we're going to do some more testing now. Let's carry on. Quantum. Life support. Life support is 99.18. So you can, so if I click on it, will it stay? Yeah. So if you click on it, it will stay. If I turn life support off, do I want to test that? Let's not test that right now. Jump module. Is that's for that's not quantum. It's not the quantum drive. That's your gun, cooler, power plant, relay, life support. That's a relay. There's a relay there. This is your power plant, your jump module. Is that your quantum drive? Relay again, your radar. Okay, so I think this is your quantum drive. Your QT drive, 99.26. So 99.26, guys, remember that. We are going to go and QT to somewhere far, the other side of the planet or the system, and let's 99.26. I'll just get up. Let's have a look. Here we go. 99.16. Now, as we're moving, I wonder if that updates on the fly. So we're in QT at the moment. Yeah, there you go. So that's going down. So that means you're gonna have to really pay attention to how durable your components are gonna be when you're flying around in space. And now I don't know if repairing them is going to be a thing to increase their durability, but I would have thought repairing them would increase their health, but their durability is a different thing. So you can see we're down to 99.12 now. 99.11. Let's have a look. How far away are we? Do you get any kind of information like we do on the engineering terminal? Not as much. The jump drive is at the bottom. Or did I pass it? Quantum drive, there we go. The torrent. So I know the jump module attaches to the quantum drive. So when you're looking at it on the engineering terminal, I think it's showing you both the jump module and the QT drive. Because the jump module's durability is going down. So we're at 16. Let's go have another look. So we should be less than 99 now. Yep, a 99.02. So the thing is, the rate at which it's going down, you might not have to look at it as a solo player. You might not have to worry about it for like 2 weeks maybe, or a week. Is there anything else that's going down? So imagine your cooling. So why isn't the cooling working? So I would have thought the cooling is needed for insufficient cooling. Coolant, check cooler. Okay, that's was on the way to check to see if we actually arrived at our destination. Took a little while to recover, but there we go. Right, so we're there. So we're at Microtech, and yeah, we're at Microtech, aren't we? Let's just make sure. Yeah, we're at Microtech. Okay. Right, cooler is on now, but this says cooling system off. So if we go to config, so we've got full power pips into the cooling. Life support is currently off. Okay, radar is off, quantum drive is off, is on, sorry. Shield generator is off because we're in nav mode, so that's probably why. Let's come out of nav mode. So this is pure. The reason why I'm having to do this is not because I don't have anyone to help me. I do. I'm in an org, synchronizers. Look them up. They're massive, but I'm trying to understand how engineering is going to affect solo players, specifically solo haulers in this case, based on the last video, right? So we're out of nav mode now, we're in SCM. Let's get out of the seat and go back to the engineering terminal. So you can see, as a solo player, you're going to have to run back and forth to the engineering terminal to keep an eye on all of your stuff, all of your equipment. Now you can do certain things from the pilot seat, but you won't be able to do everything. So let's just, what can you do? So you can turn off, yeah, so you can turn that off. You can turn off your engines from the pilot seat, wrong button. Turn off your coolers from here. That gives you 18 out of 36 available. So it says cooler failure. Jump module, they're off. Missile racks, off. Power plant, off. Oh no, that was off already. So look, both. So when you do when you turn off the power from one on this side, where is it? So you don't actually have access to the power. That's quantum, that's guns, that's engines. So you don't actually have access to the power here. So we've turned off power, but our MFDs are all on still. How does that work? So you can turn off your MFDs, but these are still on. Power plant failed. Okay. So if we go back to this screen, if we come down to the power plant, if we turn one of them on, are we still getting power plant failed? cooler. Is it cooler? Does it say cooler failed? Cooler. So there you go. So that warning's gone now. There's that one. So life support systems are currently off. Life support. So if I take my helmet off, theoretically I should die. Let me just, sorry, move the camera out of the way. So actually, I want to wrap this up because I want to wrap this video up because it's taken a long time now. This is a bit too much. You know, we're going over an hour of testing, but in fact, you can control quite a lot of your components from the pilot seat. So as a solo player, you can still control quite a lot from that MFD on the one on the right here. And you can turn things on, turn things off. Life support, your missiles, your power plant, your quantum drive, your radar. Oh, do we need that? Why can't we turn the quantum drive? Okay, what about radar? We can turn that on. Oh, it's because we're not in nav mode. Right, that's fine. Yeah, so shield generator. Shields. Can we do shields, please? Yeah, shields are on. You can turn your guns on. And that should be it. Yeah. So actually, you can control a lot of things from the pilot seat if you're a solo flyer or a solo hauler. It's just that if there's a fire and you're always boosting, so that's another thing we can test. And then we will turn around, but I'm going to observe the wear and tear. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at the power plant because it's going to take a fair lot of power to get our way up, get this big beast of a ship out of the atmosphere. So wear and tear 98.42, 98.25 for the cooler. Come on. 98.42 and 98.24 or something like that. 25. Okay. Full thrust. Let's go. So now nose up, straight out. We're thrusting out of the planet's atmosphere, and that should take up quite a bit of power and server error again. Right, we're back after us rudely interrupted by that server error. So what I was going to do was, the plan was to boost out of atmosphere and then check the wear and tear on the power plant and the cooler. It should be a significant amount since it takes a lot to boost out of atmosphere, especially for a large ship. Let me see. Why am I not going to third person? There's something wrong here. There's something going on. This is PTU, so I'm not sure what's going on. So power plant 98.28 and cooling 98.11. So that is a decent amount to go down. Now I don't know, maybe someone can comment down below what the plan is for CIG to improve or try and help us to not repair, because that's to do with health, but how do they plan to allow us to improve or increase the wear and tear or the durability of the components. So that's something that I haven't seen anyone talk about. Now, you've obviously got the repair gun, which is kind of the attachment to the Pyro multi-tool attachment, and you can go and repair components inside the ship, but that only repairs the health. It doesn't increase the durability of it, as far as I'm aware. So if someone knows, let me know in the comments down below. And I think my final takeaway is it looks like you can do most things at the pilot's seat on the MFD, engineering MFD, and you can turn systems off, turn systems on, put power and pips into certain systems like you can do now in 4.4. One thing that is different and that's coming in is obviously the fire, and which I haven't tested, I haven't had time, and this wear and tear durability. So if you're like purposefully and trying really hard to avoid trouble in the verse, there is this wear and tear durability figure that might actually affect you, say like a week or two down the lines from using your ship, and that's something to maybe watch out for if you're like a solo player, just purely doing hauling, for instance. And I'm pretty sure different systems and components will have different durability levels that will go up and down. So I'm actually looking at it now, and it's gone down to like 90. The cooler's gone down to 97.99, and the power is just above 98 with a temperature of 21. So all in all, I think it's not fully conclusive, but we're yet to see how players are gonna go about their day-to-day. I'm talking about haulers, like solo haulers in particular, how they're gonna go about their day-to-day hauling. So we're yet to see. But anyway, that's some of the testing for 4.5 engineering, solo hauler / large ship, not a capital ship, but just a large ship. I tried the Hull C, the engineering terminal didn't work on there. I'll try and get it working, and I can do another proper test on that as well. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments. But let me know what you guys think of this testing, and if there's anything else that you want me to do in the next one. And please like and subscribe and hit that like button, because it really does help me out. All right, guys, Captain Turk out. Bye-bye.